Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Green, and we're starting Unit 3 right at the moment. This is Algebra 1 lessons, and we're going to be working through each one of the different ones as we go along. So, in Unit 3, the first topic is addition. Now, the big challenge here is that it requires you to think about addition in a slightly different way. We're going to look at it on a number line and just hopefully you'll get a conceptual view of it, okay? So if we're going to be adding, we first start at a one point and then we move to the right. We're adding, moving to the right. So if I start at unit at 5 and I move 3 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, we wind up at 8. Okay, now, I am not going to suppose that you guys didn't know how to add. That was just basically making certain you recognize on a number line it works like that. Okay? If we're going to add a negative number, we're going to move to the left. So it's 1, 2, 3. And we wind up at 2. Okay? So 5 minus 3 would be at 2. So just on a number line, they just move backwards. So adding negatives is subtracting. So if I start at negative 5 and I add a negative 3, I'm going to move to the left. 1, 2, 3. There I go. I wind up there at negative 8. Okay? So how is this actually working? Okay? What are we doing when we're doing this? We're moving the direction of the number implied. So if we're starting at negative 5 and we move in the direction of negative 3, we're moving this way, negative 3. That's the concept that we're looking at here. Okay? So if we're subtracting a negative 5, we move the opposite direction. We start at negative 5 and then we move 1, 2, 3. Why did we move that direction? Because what we're doing is we're subtracting. We move the opposite direction of the negative 3. Now, one way of looking at this is when I see two negative signs together, I turn them into positive signs and it becomes 5 plus negative 5 plus 3. Then it makes a little bit more sense to be moving to the right 3 units. Okay? So it's just one of those things where you can look at them that way. So let's try to put some things together. Let's combine some things together. So if we start at 5 and we add a negative 3, well, adding would normally move us to the right, but because it's a negative 3, we're going to add negative 3. That means we add negative 3 units and we move negative 3 and we wind up there at 2. Okay? So just a couple of little issues to make certain you know what's going on here. The identity property means that we're adding 0. 3 plus 0 equals 0. It also means we're adding the opposite number. So 3 plus negative 3 would equal 0. Both of these two things are essentially the identity property, whether we're going to wind up with 0 or we're adding 0 onto something. When you add 0 onto something, 3 plus 0, you get 3, right? Well, 3 plus negative 3 equals 0. This is the identity property as well, okay? Because what you're doing is you're adding the opposite number. Cool? Okay. So, just wanted to make certain I covered these basic issues with you. We will be covering a little bit more of this next time. If you have questions, feel free to bring them to the Class Connect or to the tutoring session. I would want to get them off your chest, make certain we understand how things are being done. Okay? So, I'll talk to you next time.